Once again, welcome to our class, and today we will talk about the philosophical perspectives on art. When we talk about philosophical perspectives on art, ang pag-usapan po natin dito ay yung kung ano ba ang art or what is art according to the chosen philosophers. And let us just focus on four important philosophers. But before that, let us first define the word philosophy, and it came from the Greek word philo, means love, and sophia means wisdom. Therefore, philosophy is love of wisdom. And if you are a philosopher, you are considered as lovers of wisdom. So here, ang tanong po natin dito, as I said, is what is art? Dinidefine nila kung ano yung art. And when we talk about philosophy, there are 5 main branches. And the first one is metaphysics, that actually studies the reality or what is reality in the universe and ano ba ang katotohanan sa mga nakikita natin sa mundong ito. And the next one is epistemology, from the word episteme, meaning to say knowledge, and it is a study of knowledge, the nature, the limitation, and paano ba daw natin makuha or matutunan yung isang or mga bagay-bagay. Pangatlo po ay yung ethics. Ethics is a branch of philosophy that actually focuses on what is right and what is wrong in our action. And then the next one is logic. Ang focus po ng logic ay correct thinking and reasoning. Dito po ang pinag-usapan ay yung validity ng argument or philosophical argument. And the last one is aesthetics. Dito po i-connect natin bakit kailangan nating pag-aralan yung philosophical perspectives, kasi nga one of the branches of philosophy is aesthetics. And aesthetics is something to do or has something to do with the study of art and beauty. Now we are done with the branches of philosophy, and let us move on to the different philosophical perspectives on art. Okay, ano ba ang sinasabi ng mga philosophers tungkol sa kanilang definition or ideas patungkol sa art? And the first one that we are going to study is Plato. Okay, sabi ni Plato, for him, art is imitation. Imitation means mimesis. It is an imitation from the world of forms or ideas, which for Plato is considered as reality. So yung world of forms or the ideas of a particular thing na makikita natin sa physical world is considered as reality. Now, para sa kanya, ang physical world is considered as imitation of the ideal world. Ano bang example nito? Meron tayong ideal or form of a horse. Yun yung ideas of what it means to be a horse. And that is perfect according to Plato. And the physical horse, ito po yung imitation of the idea of horse. So, kung ikaw ay artist, okay, pinipaint mo yung horse. Doon sa yung painting, okay, dinodraw mo yung horse, at ang tawag ni Plato nito ay ang art mo is a copy of a copy. An imitation of imitation. Bakit? Kasi nga yung horse or physical horse is for Plato considered siya as imitation of the ideal horse. Okay, sana naintindihan natin. So, let us move on to Aristotle. Kay Aristotle, art is still an imitation or mimesis. It is an imitation kasi ang drawing or yung painting, for example, or yung ibang art na makikita natin sa paligid ay imitation lang naman siya. Pero ang kaibahan ni Aristotle at saka ni Plato ay kay Aristotle, it is not just an imitation, but it is a representation of reality. Kay Plato, hindi siya representation of reality. Kasi nga for him, what is real is the ideal forms or yung world of forms. Yung ideas or idea ng horse, for example. Pero kay Aristotle, hindi. Even though it is an imitation of a particular horse, still, it represents the reality of a particular horse. It represents the reality of our everyday life. So, titingnan mo, for example, yung art ni Fernando Amorsolo. Yung art niya na Dalagang Bukid is just an imitation doon sa dalaga na nasa bukid. Pero, makikita mo na yung pinipinta niya is actually an actual person at it represents a reality of being a person who comes from bukid, right? Or rural area. So, for him, art is a representation of reality. Now, let us move on to Immanuel Kant. Sabi naman ni Immanuel Kant, art is disinterested judgment. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng disinterested judgment? Kailangan muna nating pag-usapan yung pagkakaiba ng interested at saka disinterested. Ang interested po, according to Kant is, for example, if you like a particular painting because it would look very good for you at meron siyang function or gamit na makakatulong sa pagpapaganda ng iyong room or ng iyong bahay. Okay? And it will give you happiness. Then that is not a disinterested judgment, but it is an interested judgment because you are just appreciating a particular art because it has something function and it gives pleasure to you. So what if it came from your personal desires, emotions, or the utility of or usefulness of that art? So what is art as disinterested judgment? For him, it is a disinterested judgment if it is free from personal desires, practical interest, or moral purposes. So, you like a particular art not because of its function na maibibigay sa iyo or yung usefulness na maibibigay sa iyo, but you like it because it is beautiful. For the sake of beauty, for the sake of that art. Not because it is pleasurable to you. That is why for Kant, yung art is, it is the second nature of man to appreciate what is beautiful. So, ganon ang disinterested judgment. It does not, depend upon our pleasures or emotions or desire or the usefulness, but it is for the sake of art, for the sake of that appreciation. So for him, art is something that can be universal despite its subjectivity. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Para kay Kant, the moment we appreciate a particular art, nandun po sa mind natin na yung iba ding tao na makakita nito will have the same feeling of appreciation sa atin. Even if it is subjective, meaning to say personal, then it is still considered as universal. Now let us go to Leo Tolstoy. Sabi niya, art is the intentional communication of feelings. We made art because we want to communicate our feelings o yung feelings ng artist doon po sa audience. It is an expression of our feelings through the creation of art, but it communicates to other people. That is why, ang una, galing mo na sa artist, then my art, then yung audience, you communicate that particular emotion to the people or the audience. Art communicates emotions. Okay? Hindi lang basta-basta art, merong certain emotions dyan. Art serves as mechanism for social unity. Ang art daw po ay hindi lang ginagawa for personal utility or for utilitarian purposes or personal expression, but it serves as mechanism for a unity of people. Okay? So, for example, yung cultural arts, okay, it binds that particular community. So, ito yung pinaka kailangan nating i-ponder. Which among the perspectives on art do you consider to be the most important? And explain why. Before we end, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. At nandito na po siya sa ating PowerPoint presentation so that we can still provide you with more videos in the future. Thank you so much and have a good day.